Hi there. Today I'm sharing a really simple card, and it's a little different because I have a stamp set that I received from Sephora, and it was like one of those gifts with 250 points. And I was like, this is really strange because, at a makeup store, you normally don't find stamps, but this time there were stamps. So I decided to grab that and make a card with it. So in this little kit, there's like an ink pad, but I didn't use it. I just used the stamps inside, and I chose three of the little images. One's a lipstick, mascara, and eyelashes. So I'm starting with an A2 card panel, and I'm just going to be stamping those three little images repeatedly across a background. And I believe I'm using Simon Says Stamp Cobblestone ink pad, and it's like a light brown gray color that just works really well for a background. It's not too harsh like a black, and I think that it just doesn't distract from the main image that I'll be using. So once I have that A2 panel stamped out, I'm going to grab the Bun Intended stamp set from the Ink Road, and I love this stamp set. It's so gorgeous, and I just love putting my hair in a bun, and so I totally relate to this girl. So I'm going to be coloring this image up very easily with some Copic markers. I show all the Copic colors that I'm using, but I'll also have them listed down below. The skin tone is one of my standard combos, and for the hair, I start out with one of the lightest colors, and then I'll go ahead and pick my second lightest color and do little flicks all around where there would be shadows. So I'm leaving a bit of a highlight in the middle of the hair and in the middle of the bun, and I just repeat with the darker colors. And I think that the layering for this totally works because it's hair. So it's not too complicated since a lot of girls have highlights and different shadows. And so I think that the Copic coloring is perfect for this. Once I finish coloring, I'm just going to go ahead and fussy cut this image out. I do have a scan and cut, but I decided that it's just much easier to fussy cut when it's just one image. I don't have to like pull out the machine and have everything cut. Plus, there's the interior areas where the wisp of the hair are that I'm just using an X-Acto knife to cut. You don't have to do this at all. I just choose to. And I also run a Momentum Tuxedo Black pen around the edges of the image. So when I finished with the image, I decided that I'm going to trim down my white card panel and back it with red. Sephora's colors are red, black, and white, and so I decided to go with a theme. I pull out the My Favorite Things stitch tagged corner squares, and I pick one of the ones that fit this image. And so this will be where the image will lay. And so this will help the image pop against that background. And I really liked how this looked. So once I decided on that, I wanted to stamp out a sentiment. I'm using the Let's Beauty Together sentiment from that stamp set, and I'm going to be heat embossing this on black cardstock using white embossing powder. So I use that with my anti-static powder tool, and I stamp with Versamark ink, add that white embossing powder, and I'll heat set this with my heat gun. And I think that this sentiment works really well since it's beauty related, and it's really going to be a cute card for like a girlfriend. And I decided that I'm going to make this card actually a gift card holder too. And I think this is perfect because who doesn't love a Sephora gift card? Personally, I'm a huge makeup fan, so this is right up my alley. So I'm going to just trim down that sentiment. And once I line everything up where I want it to be, I will adhere everything down. So I'm just using my ATG gun to add adhesive to the back of that white panel. And I'm going to put it carefully on that red piece of cardstock. So sometimes I take a really long time just to line it up because once I put that adhesive down, it's super stuck and I cannot remove it. And I realized that at the bottom of the hexagon, I forgot to leave a little space. Thankfully, I didn't put too much adhesive close to the edge, so I was able to take a craft pick and just move under the hexagon area so I can um, push that image in. So once I push that image in, I'm using Tombow Mono Multi Glue just to adhere the image to the card panel. I already had it adhered in the little hexagon, so I didn't want to mess with it just in case it ruined the card. So once I have that image in there, I'm going to add the sentiment. So for this black strip, I actually decided to pop it up with a little bit of foam tape. So once I add the foam tape to the back of that sentiment, I'll adhere it directly to the card under the image. And the front panel is done. I just need to adhere it to an A2 card base. I chose a top folding one, and the card would be done, but I decided to add the gift card inside. So I have this die set from W+9, which is, I forget the exact name. I think it's a gift card layer die. And there's this one piece where it'll cut out 4 slits, and those 4 slits will hold a gift card perfectly. So I'll run that through my Big Shot, and once I do, there will be 4 slits cut through. And I wanted to trim this card panel down a little bit so it leaves a white outline and it will look matted in the card. So I'm putting adhesive on the back, but I'm making sure that I don't put adhesive where the little gift card area is, so I can throw in a gift card in the little slots. I don't actually think it affects it at all, but I just for some reason thought that if I adhered it down, I wouldn't be able to stick a gift card in it. And I realized that that's not the case. The gift card, as long as you're not covering the little slots with adhesive, you're fine. So I add additional sentiments from the Sephora stamp set, So Much Yes and XOXO. And so the little slots are really small, so I just use a craft pick to move it so I can stick in a card. And I don't have a Sephora gift card, so I just use the Beauty Insider card for now. And I'll replace it when I go to Sephora to purchase a card. And this is a perfect gift card for any girl in your life that loves makeup. And I love makeup, so I would love to receive something like this. And that's it for today's card. It's a very simple card turned gift card holder and perfect for anyone who loves makeup in your life. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.